Yeah, man. Gang shit. It's G Herbo. Survivors of Remorse. Check me out on the Bootleg Kev podcast. Gang.
Bootleg Cab Show, we got a special guest in the building. Survivor's Remorse comes out Friday.
Yes, sir.
G Herbo, my
brother,
guy.
My brother.
Good to see you,
man. Always.
Yeah. Likewise. Survivor's Remorse is that's a deep title, man. And it's something that a lot of people go through, when you come from certain backgrounds and, you learn or you lose people in your life to the streets, to other things. Like, kind of let's just kick it off, man. Dive into Survivor's Remorse, bro.
Yeah. Survivor's Remorse, man, for me is, it's deeper than just the album title. It's where I am mentally in my life, you know what I'm saying, as a man. Having overcame so much adversity and, like, bro, it's crazy because my circumstance when I first started rapping. Let me just go back to, in general, when I first started rapping, when I first made my first ever rap,
How old were you?
The first time I made a rap, like, on some
Like,
Lil
recorded
Herb
it.
shit.
Yeah, Lil Herb shit.
15 years old.
Okay.
Probably 14 going on 15 or something like that. You feel me? I was 14, a freshman in high school, so like 14 or 15. And when I did that, I wasn't trying to, like, become a rapper. Like, my dreams and aspirations was never to become a rapper. Like, I want to become this big superstar, nothing like that. I was rapping trying to, like, put on for my hood, be the voice for my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And talk about what I was feeling, what I was going through. Like, I didn't know what a manager was, an A&R, a record label. I didn't know what none of that was, bro. I didn't know anything about that. You feel me? Like, I just was recording a song on my flip phone over a YouTube beat, and I sent it to my homies for them to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it just picked up naturally, and I still it didn't grasp to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that to say, like,
I mean, you're a kid.
I was a kid. You feel me? And when I started to become a rapper, I was still a kid. So Survivor's Remorse for me is coming from that, being in the most dangerous neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago, and just trying to find a way to get my thoughts out, you know what I'm saying? I always knew how to rap. It was just a way for me to, like, express what I'm going through in the hood and for my homies to hear it, to relate to it, you know what I'm saying? And to have that and turn it into this and to be able to overcome death, prison, drug addiction, like all of these things, and be G Herbo today, be who I am today, you know what I'm saying? And that's what being a survivor is for me, you know what I'm saying? I survived my circumstance. I don't never have to go back to living that way, you feel what I'm saying? And the remorse side of it is everything I lost along the way, a lot of my best friends, my brother, just so much, just in the thought of so many people that I love, that I actually care about, still being in poverty, still being under these circumstances, you know what I'm saying? And me wanting to help them, me wanting to show them this other side of life because I've experienced it, and understanding that you can't do that for everybody. Understanding that everybody not going to want that for themselves,
Right.
And it's a constant battle, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I have to smile and be charismatic and do interviews,
Be a leader,
do press, be a leader, you know what I'm saying? Be a role model for so many people that look up to me. And I don't get a chance to really just sit back and reflect on life, or sit back and just, feed my mental stability, you know what I'm saying? Like, and grieve, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I can't really have a bad day all day. There's no such thing as me really being mad all day. I've never experienced it, for real.
You don't have the luxury of
I don't have the luxury to just be pissed off all day or be
Yeah.
sad all day. I don't have that.
Right.
So that's the remorse side of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy. And I'm blessed to just be the type of person where I'm not even that kind of guy. Like, no matter what I'm going through or how I'm feeling, I'm not going to never be mad, upset all day, angry all day. I don't even understand how that's possible.
Right.
But people really like that. People really walk around mad, sad, angry all day because of what they going through. And I just know I'm blessed no matter what it is. I don't give a fuck if I was dead broke. I've experienced enough life to know that I'm blessed no matter what. I'm alive, my kid's good, whatever the fuck the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So that's survivor's remorse to me, just where I am mentally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to create balance for myself. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you don't really change. I'm still that same person. And that's probably the deepest explanation that I've given about the title. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still that same person. I'm still that same kid from St. Knife Essex. You feel me? But I'm G Herbo. I'm a father. I'm a leader. I'm a philanthropist. I'm so many things where I can't really dwell on one moment. I just got to keep on trying to get better and better. And that's survivor's remorse. You know what I'm saying? I just got to, keep a level playing field.
Would you say that when you get into those mind states where you're very like, you start thinking about shit like that, do you look to your kids as like the number one way to push through?
That's my number one outlet, you know, other than like the studio and, you know what I'm saying, just having fun with the people I love, my family, you know what I'm saying, my girl and shit like that. Like, that's the only piece that I really have, you feel me, when it's smiles, happiness. I don't like arguing. I don't like confrontation because I can't, balance my emotions. I have to keep my emotions bottled in one place. So I don't like confrontation. I don't like to, especially with people that I care about, because I don't want to, of course, release that anger on you. You know what I'm saying? So my only like pure form of like peace is being with my kids at all, bro. Like, period. That's the only time I could think about nothing in the world or nothing else matter. You feel what I'm saying? I can't be angry around my kids. All they want to do is play and smile.
Right. Yeah, and you have a lot, like, you're living for them now. You know what I'm saying? Not just yourself. Do you, I think that there's something to be said, like, anybody who's in a leadership role, I feel like a lot of people depend on you. You're a young leader in hip hop, but it just in terms of just your life, your personal circle,
personal life, everybody,
100%. Everyone's looking at you.
Every single person in my life depends on me, whether it's financially, whether it's leadership,
emotional, whatever it is,
opportunity, emotional. Everybody in my life depends on me for something. You know what I'm saying? I depend on them for things too,
of course.
But it's a double-sided relationship. You know what I'm saying? But I have the most responsibility, so I gotta carry myself that way. You know what I'm saying? I can't take nothing personal. I gotta go and get this shit because life is not promised. So while I'm here, I'm gonna get where I want to be, and I'm gonna put the people who I want to put in position. I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm not gonna take a day off. I'm not gonna waste a day. This shit could be taken from me tomorrow.
100%.
I can't waste.
In more than one way, it could be taken from you.
I can't waste the day, bro.
Do you, like, my thing is though, is when you're in that position, because I find myself in a similar position, like, would you, because like, who do you go to? Because everyone's going to come to you with their bullshit. Everyone's going to come to you with their problems.
It depends. I only have a few people that I could really go to.
Like, if you're having a bad day, who do you go to? Like, who do you talk to?
It depends on what kind of bad day I'm having.
Right.
Sometimes I go to nobody. Sometimes I deal with myself, So off the top of my head, I know I could trust my therapist. I could go to her. I could go to JB for things. I could go to Mick for things. I could go to Dale for things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go to my big brother for things. I go to my mother for things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But overall, it's like I feel like nobody really understand what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times I just keep it pushing.
I mean, to have a therapist is nice though, and also
it's
to be.
Great.
I mean,
it's wonderful. Like, I could tell her anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell her whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, and it's crazy, the more my life has like picked up and expanded, therapy is not the same if I'm not in front of her. Like, I can't do Zooms and phone calls. For sure. That shit don't work for me.
Because that's something that's like, since the pandemic, people are doing. It's not the same.
It don't work. I gotta get in front of her, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, once the pandemic hit, I kind of fell back off therapy a little bit.
Right.
Because I
it's
can't
not the
do
same.
the Zoom shit.
It's the same thing with interviews. I tell people I'll pass on the Zoom interview.
Yeah, the Zoom interviews, Zoom playbacks or whatever.
Unless it's like,
necessary,
Jay-Z.
the necessity of it got to be, but.
I'm like, look, I'd rather wait till they're in LA and we can sit across from each other.
Absolutely.
Because it's a more, at what point in time, because I do feel like everybody should go to therapy. Everybody. Yeah. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you ain't got.
You should definitely. I recommend everybody try it at least.
Everyone
once.
should try to have that outlet where you could unapologetically just express yourself in a room.
No,
with
you
no
should
judgment.
try it definitely at least once.
How long have you been going to therapy?
I've been going to therapy since 2018.
And that was by choice.
Kinda, yeah. It was by choice. My lawyer actually recommended it for me. You know what I'm saying? I told my lawyer, you know, I believe in honesty and transparency. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting a gun case in Chicago. It's behind me now.
I remember, yeah.
And I told my lawyer, like, I've never really not been in fear of my life since I was 14 years old.
Crazy way to live.
15 years old.
That's a crazy way to wake up and live every day.
My lawyer is he's over he's 60 years old, a black man. You know what I'm saying? Then I had two lawyers. And I had another lawyer, a black woman. She was in her 30s, you know, 40s maybe. And when I expressed it to them, they just referred, like, you need to go to therapy and talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I did that. And within, like, my second, third session, she literally went to court, testified for me, or, you know what I'm saying, wrote down and sent it to my judge. And I was literally diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I've never, like, still to this day. And that's why I believe the importance of, like, security and all that shit, because I'm paranoid, bro. Everywhere I go, I've always been paranoid. And I'm kind of, like, easing out of it now, you know, as I've
but you
been
ease
older.
out of it, and then you see
You ease out of it.
You see one of your comrades lose their life,
and it
when they let
snap you right back.
their guard down.
They snap you right back into it. That's what I'm saying. And I'm glad you made that point, because you ease out of it. The more you experience life, the more you see stuff, the more you're able to travel, the more you're able to make money. Like, I was afraid for my life in Chicago. I moved to LA to get away from that shit.
Right.
And then you see somebody that you love, PNB, Long Live My Brother. That's what I'm talking
My guy,
about.
I love PNB, man.
And you see these things nip all these people. You feel what I'm saying? I came here to get away from that shit. And then you like, oh shit, it's still like that out here. But at the end of the day, it's like that everywhere.
This is
everywhere,
true.
no matter where you are, anywhere, another country.
Yeah.
It's like that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So the realization of it is you can't put your guard down. So how do you deal with it? You know,
Well,
you
also,
can't.
like, I also think that, like, you just have to kind of understand who you are.
Exactly.
You're G Herbo. So you're not gonna you're gonna take notes if you're self-aware and you're sure of yourself. I think there's certain ways you can move around, or if, like,
Absolutely.
if you get caught slipping, like, you want my iPhone, go ahead.
I believe that.
Go ahead, take it.
I believe that.
I mean, like-
and I'm that type of guy. I say that all the time. I look at the camera and say that. I don't have no ego. It's not no gangster bone in my body that's gonna feel funny about, like, I understand that, you know what I'm saying? God forbid if I'm ever in that situation, my pride will never get in the way of me getting back home
To your
to
kids,
my family.
period.
Ever.
Ever.
You can have that shit. You want the car? I'll give you my car.
Yeah, go ahead, take it.
You
I
can
got
have
insurance.
my fucking car. Get
I got
the fuck
insurance.
on.
Yeah.
Get away from me. It's gonna be the most calm robbery, and it's not gonna be. It's gonna be. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't harm my family. Don't do nothing. You can have this shit, man. This shit ain't nothing to me.
It ain't worth it. I get
It ain't never worth it.
I could get it again, and
Never
apparently
worth
you
it.
need
I'ma
it
get
more
this
than I
shit
do.
a million more times. You can have this shit, bro. You can have my car. You can have everything, huh? You need a getaway car? Take this shit.
Yeah, there's something about PTSD that obviously an amazing record of yours that was on your last album.
Yeah.
But it's something about PTSD that, you know, we always think of soldiers having it, people who go to war. But I think that, you know, people who have been through certain situations or grew up in certain places is very real, man. And it's like, have you ever tried to fuck with mushrooms at all?
No, I ain't gonna lie. You know what's so crazy, bro? Like, long ago, I always wanted to try it. Like years ago, I always wanted to try it when I used to be around Juice all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted to try that shit. I ain't gonna lie, but I never tried it because I just feel like I need to be in a set space. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I want
fair.
to be in a set space, maybe out the country with my family having fun, and I'll maybe try that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I always wanted to try it, though.
When you do it, you definitely have to have your guard fully let down.
Yeah, you gotta have your guard let down. And I heard stories.
You have to be in a fully comfortable
I heard stories. Look,
environment.
my brother, I swear, my brother told me a story. Look, this my brother's name G2. He an artist. He signed the Southside.
Okay.
That's my brother. I love him. He told me one of his experiences off shrooms, and this is what made me want to try it.
Yeah.
He came in the studio. I wasn't there. He came in the studio crying. Like, crying.
Yeah.
Everybody like, what's wrong? What the fuck you crying for? And nigga said, I'm happy. He said, I'm crying because I'm so fucking happy. And that shit threw me off. I started laughing so fucking hard when they told me that story. And that's what made me want to try shroom.
Well, like, there's PTSD in, like, specifically.
Yeah.
Psilocybin, which is the psychoactive ingredient that are in magic mushrooms, you know, whatever. It cures it for soldiers.
Wow. So mushrooms, though.
Yes.
That's
so
crazy.
in Portland,
Never heard it.
So in Portland, it's
But I'm saying, like, and that's crazy you said that because G2 a street nigga.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was a different feeling for him. Like whatever the psychedelic
So like
shit he
it
felt.
also, I mean, obviously it depends on how much you eat, depends on what you know what I mean. But so they just legalized psilocybin therapy in Portland. So like now, like there's like soldiers who will just go to Portland for like 2 weeks, and they'll go see a therapist, and they do like some psilocybin therapy, and man, it really helps.
And the therapist get him shrooms then.
Yes. But they give
crazy.
and it really helps with PTSD.
Well, just like a form of the shrooms, basically.
Yeah, like Joe Biden just talked about legalizing it for therapeutic purposes because it helps PTSD.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
That
I probably
and
have to try it. Now.
MDMA therapy, which
Now
is
that
Molly.
you said that, I'll probably have to try it.
You have to, man, and you have to do it. You have to do
to.
it like make sure the kids ain't around.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do it recreationally and like be in the studio and still kill it. You know, like I fucking was fried off shrooms the other night.
I never tried it, but I want to try it though. I'm not.
But you got to do it if you really want to do it, because I think if you really like PTSD.
First person to ever really introduce me to shrooms was Southside. Southside already was fucking with the shrooms.
He's fucking with everything.
Yeah. Young Sizzle party pack shout.
Sizzle is that guy when it comes to just. Man,
that's my brother, man.
No,
That's
he's
my
a
best friend.
great guy. Me and him had one of the funnest interviews I've ever done, and I appreciated his transparency.
Nah, that's really like my twin brother.
He's a great guy. I want to, the one thing I haven't done is party with him, and I'm not sure I want to, but
you not gonna want to, but you
I
gonna
just
want
don't know
to
if
at
I'm
the
ready.
same time.
I don't know if I'm ready.
That nigga, literally, me and him are like, you feel me?
He's hilarious, man. Yeah, I didn't know what to think. Yeah, I'd met him before back in the day, and he came in for the interview, and he was just like an open book, and he's hilarious.
Yeah,
super solid dude.
Exactly. It's like he's solid, but it's like it's a whole other like side to him.
Yeah, they don't make him like him anymore.
They don't make him like him no more. I'm telling you, like that's my best friend, bro. Like my mother loved him, his mother loved me. Like I know his whole family. He know my entire family.
Amazing.
He know my whole family. I know his entire family.
You should definitely do the mushrooms, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
I think mentally it'll help you, man.
Hey,
but you should
man,
do
I'm
it.
gonna try that shit one time.
But like, listen,
look, Dale in the back, like, hey man, I don't know why you want to introduce this young
Herbo,
nigga to some new drugs.
This is what you. First of all, it's not a drug. It's not a drug. You can do your research on it, but get an Airbnb somewhere in the fucking woods, away from everything.
Exactly, and try it.
Eat a ton, and then just sit back and let the medicine do its work.
But you know, this go crazy because my mind automatically like. I'm a thinker, bro. My mind is like all over the place. Like literally, I think about sober. I think about every single obstacle in my life. I think about, okay, I make this decision. It's going to affect this person, this person, this person. Am I cool with that? All right, I'm cool with that. I'm going to do it. You feel? That's how I think automatically. So I know shrooms going to open my shit up a different way. Like
even more.
Even the smallest thing like weed. When I used to smoke weed, bro.
Yeah.
I used to think differently. You know what I'm saying? Like when I drink liquor, I think differently, but I'm a thinker. You know, I never act off emotion.
So
I never
mushrooms will
to
just
things a certain way.
Increase the thinking.
Exactly. And I've heard that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm a natural thinker, so I can only imagine what my mind is going to do if I take a shroom.
I got you, man. I own a gummy company, so I'm going to hook you up.
We're going to fuck around. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you about it. After I try it, I'm going to call you. You're going to be the first person I call. Like, hey, bro. I'll fuck with you for that.
Yeah, you're gonna close your eyes to go to bed the night you try them, and your brain just.
And then y'all said President Joe Biden already. Then goddamn it.
Nah, the goal is to legalize psychedelic therapy, and then before
what you want to say to Joe Biden right now?
Shit, I don't know. You old as fuck. We miss Obama.
We miss Obama. Fuck, goddamn it, we miss Trump.
I can't listen.
I miss. You know what? I ain't even gonna say that. I just miss prior to Biden.
I miss my tax bills under Trump.
Exactly.
Because God damn.
Absolutely. That's what I'm telling you.
Yo, my tax.
I ain't gonna say what details.
The tax, the IRS check I wrote last year hurt my soul, and you make way more money than me. You know.
I don't even want to talk about taxes. Please don't.
You know what you got to do is, I have a few rapper friends that I won't say because I'm not blowing up their spot. But what you do is you get your primary residence in either Nevada or Florida.
Absolutely.
That's where you live.
Absolutely.
That's where you live. And then you don't got to worry about state taxes. Because California is fucking you in that.
Fucking you around.
Oh, my God. It's terrible. It's bad. I don't even know why
why does anybody live here?
I know why I live here. But if I was doing literally anything else with my life, I'm out this bitch, and I love Cali. I love the culture here. I love the people here.
I
but
love it. I
just
love it.
The
I never thought that I would ever like even want to move anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But tax purposes make you want to get the fuck out of here.
I mean, yeah, Elon Musk left. Elon Musk was like, I'm going to Texas. Fuck y'all.
No bullshit.
Yeah, it's shout out to yeah, but we got to get you some mushrooms, man. You said you had overcome drug addiction. What was the your poison?
Xans, Percocet, and lean.
That's a hard.
Xans,
Those are all the hard
Lean,
ones.
All the hard ones, all the worst ones, man.
Those are the kind of ones where you.
I got addicted to Xans and lean when I was probably about 17 years old. You know, I was taking Xans, drinking lean, smoking weed like every day. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I got to a point where my brother, he'd tell you the story. I wish he was here. We was in New York one time, you know, like 17, 18. I'm already Herbo. I'm already, Lil Herbo, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I'm already traveling. I'm doing shows. I'm in other states and
Yeah.
shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm on the road battling, you know, the trauma that I've been dealing with for so long, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, one day we was in a hotel and I'm seeing my brother right there. I'm just like taking Xans, take one. I was already off one. I ain't feel it. We just in the room chilling. Like 30, 40 minutes go by, I take another one. Like an hour go by, I take another one. He look at me like, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? You feel me? My brother like, hey, nigga, I just watched you literally
Take three.
take 3 of them.
Yeah.
Whole Xans, back to back. You drinking lean smoke. What the fuck is you doing?
Right.
I'm like 17, 18 years old. You feel me? My brother 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
He like, hey, man, what the fuck you on?
Yeah.
And I ain't even realizing, you feel me? Like, I ain't even feel like I'm feeling. I'm like, I ain't high. He like, nigga, I'm looking at you. Nigga, you is high.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I was battling with that shit crazy, bro, because I couldn't sleep. Like, trauma, things I'm seeing, bro. Like,
I mean, it numbs you dealing with shit,
I done
right?
seen some wicked shit, bro. I done seen my best friend's brains blew out in front of me. I done seen a lot of shit, bro. For real. Like, it just got to a point where I couldn't live with my grandmother. My grandmother died in 2016, bro. I missed the last probably year and a half of my grandmother's life because I couldn't live with her. I couldn't live there, bro. I couldn't live there. Niggas was trying to kill me. I couldn't.
You
see
couldn't
my
be
grandmother.
around her because
I
you didn't.
couldn't be around the person who I love the most in my life because of where she lived.
Right.
And she ain't had no choice. She on fucking Section 8.
Right.
She can't move. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit bothered me still to this day, bro. You feel? And I don't want to get emotional about it, but you can only imagine. Like, that's just one thing I'm saying.
So how about this? So my grandma died of COVID, early COVID.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So, but this is what was fucked up is she was like teetering on dementia. So we'd have to go and see her like 3 or 4 times a week just to remind her, right? So she would always
My grandmother was like that. She had a stroke. You feel what I'm saying? She had a stroke, and she was like, you know, trying to gain her memory back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but what was crazy was you remember during COVID they shut down all the nursing homes. So like the last 2 months of my grandma's life, we literally were not allowed to visit her.
that's crazy.
And they wouldn't even like they would try to put us on the phone with her, you know what I'm saying? But like so she died alone with nobody around her without seeing anybody for 2 months.
Crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And like, I relate to that because, and I don't even want to get deep into it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just go into it. Fuck it. My mother's mom, she died from a stroke, her second stroke. I caused her first stroke. I got into a fight at school when I was in 8th grade.
Fuck.
And I told my sister, like, run down the block. And my sister had a cell phone. Right. We get into it with some niggas after school, blah, blah, blah. I tell my sister, like, run down the street, you know what I'm saying? And my sister called, like, oh, Herbie them fighting, ooh, and scared my grandmother. Like, you know, made her get scared. And as soon as I walk in the house, after the shit I walk home, I'm in 8th grade. As soon as I walk in the house, my grandma see me, she already, like, ecstatic. Like,
She's already fucking...
Yeah, it's older niggas, though. It's older. We got into it with some niggas that was, like, juniors, seniors in high school. Right. We in 8th grade. You feel what I'm saying? So my sister crying on the phone. She ecstatic. My grandma don't know what the fuck going on.
Right.
So when I get home and she see me walk in, she like already paranoid. I promise. I went in the house for 2 minutes. My grandma fell on the floor, had a stroke in front of everybody.
Fuck.
You feel me? And she recovered from it. She had surgery. She lost her memory, all that. You know what I'm saying? And then she had another stroke. Maybe like 10 years later, something like that, you feel what I'm saying? But like as I'm in the streets and all this, and I had to move out of my grandmother's house, and I would still try to like go see her. You know, I remember my last time stepping foot in my grandmother's house, I was probably 18, 19 years old. My last time stepping foot in her house. And I had a girl like drop me off, like I'm finna go see my grandma real quick. You feel me? Pull me right there in my ops neighborhood. It's just me and the girl. You feel me?
Wow.
I go inside the crib. I got a big ass gun on me. Big ass gun on me, poking. My grandma see it. You feel me? Like she like, don't come back here no more. You know, she I don't even want you to come back here no more.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'll call you. I'll come see you. You feel what I'm saying? And that was last time I went to my grandma's house. And then I moved my mother when I started making money. The first thing I did, the first big check I really got for real, I moved my mama out the hood.
Right.
I knew my grandma wasn't moving. She ain't going nowhere. I moved my grandma an hour away from Chicago. My grandma already sick. She old. She not driving an hour away to go see nobody. You feel me? Like my grandma only been in the mansion that I bought my mama. My grandma probably been there. I could count on one hand how many times she been there. You feel me? And it was like I lost the memories with my grandmother, and that's who raised me. That's the woman I love the most. You feel me? I lost those memories. And what I'm saying is I relate to what you saying because this is my mother's mom. After COVID, my father's mom I haven't seen my father's mom in probably 2 years.
Right.
She's in the hospital still to this day, right now. People don't know what I'm dealing with. Hell yeah, she's in the hospital to this day. She caught COVID, and she was in like one of them spots where COVID was so crazy, she couldn't get no visitors.
Yeah, that's what.
She's limited visitors. Can't nobody even see her but my mom. My mom only see her maybe once or twice.
Right.
My dad could only go see her. They won't even let me see her. I'm G Herbo. I can't even go see my grandmother for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I think now I probably can now, but it's like it's 2 years then going by. My grandma close to 80 years old.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? She like 77, 78. Close to 80 years old. I can't even see her. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
and that
up.
fuck with me all the time. It fuck with me.
Go
all
see
the
her,
time.
man, if you can.
It's the only grandma. Yeah, I don't even know if I can. I've been trying to hit my.
Because like
my
I would
dad.
go back home to AZ because I'm from Phoenix, and I would be like, I would always make it a point to see. I would always
it
make
ain't
it a point
even
to see
about
her.
me. I promise. Like I want to go take my kids to go
Yeah.
see her, bro. That's the shit that really means something to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like I got a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old daughter.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I want to take all my kids. My son 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? Of course, she met your son a bunch of times.
Right.
I need to go take all my kids to go see her. That's what's important. She want to see her grandkids. You
Yep.
feel me? These are great grandkids.
And it'll make
these are great grandkids.
And it'll make her like
It'll make
month.
her,
It'll make her
bro.
fucking.
And my grandma a soldier. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of shit that I battle with and I be dealing with, bro, and dealing with my family and shit. Like I don't never really say it, you know, but I'm open to say it now because I want people to understand. Like I don't speak on this shit. So when you come to me with your problems, I got my own problems.
Of course.
I don't want to hear another nigga problems, bro.
Yeah.
Because I deal with my problems head on. And your problems probably not even half of what I'm dealing with. And I got all the money. I'm dealing with, it's more money, more problems, but fuck the money.
Yeah.
I got my own personal problems. Don't come to me about no personal problems. And I got these problems and them problems. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man, you got to go see your
I
grandma.
deal with a lot of shit, bro. I definitely have to. You know, like I talk
Because
to my mama
I've been
every
thinking
day
in my
about
head,
that
I'd be
shit.
like, shit, I wish I would have went and saw her more.
I talk to my mom every day about this shit. You know, talk to my dad. It's like I have to. I like right now, literally, if I'm able to go visit my grandmother, it just happened like this a week ago.
Recently,
2 weeks tops.
Right.
I just got the window to go see.
Yeah, those nursing homes,
grandmother.
they're being very careful.
That
about
shit wasn't like that, bro. I couldn't see her.
Right.
I'm just now able to. So
Yeah.
I gotta take initiative right now. You feel what I'm saying? That should be tough.
It's crazy what you said about like not being able to go see your grandma because where she lived.
Exactly.
I just wonder how many like just countless
A lot of niggas.
young men are dealing with that same shit.
Man, you know how many niggas in Chicago can't go see their grandmother, they mother, they kids, because where they live. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so big on me to just bring opportunity and change to the city. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't bring no opportunity, niggas is not beefing in Chicago over money, especially my generation. It ain't no money out there. Niggas ain't beefing over no blocks or drug lines and none of that shit. Niggas beefing over hearsay, bullshit, the internet, lack of money, lack of opportunity. It's nothing to do but be angry at everybody. But once you start bringing money, I don't give a fuck. And this is my opinion because I've experienced money. Now, maybe I'm wrong or maybe I'm not.
Right.
But once you start bringing money and opportunity to niggas, ain't nobody got time to do that shit, bro. Once you got millions and you can feed your family, you don't want to go do nothing to no nigga. So if you doing that for this and for whoever, like you just bringing opportunity to Chicago, a lot of violence gonna stop. because niggas gonna be able to take care of their family. You feel what I'm saying? Like niggas could talk out differences or whatever, fight, hit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to end all the violence. It's impossible. You could never end all the violence anywhere, not just Chicago, but like I'm just trying to bring opportunity to the youth so they don't have to do that. So even my generation, we probably already too fucked up, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know. But
definitely
I care about
the newest
youth.
generation is
I care about the youth. I care about the generations after me so they don't got to live how I live. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's important to me. I don't want my kids to live how I live, bro. I want my kids to have their innocence, to have their youth.
What up, y'all? We got to stop the interview to tell you about our new sponsors, our family at Hardin, Las Vegas. You see what it is. You see what it is. Welcome to the family, Hardin, man. We're so excited. I've been going to Hardin for so many years. For people who don't know, Hardin is that premium cannabis dispensary, the #1 award-winning dispensary in Las Vegas. I'm talking the biggest and best selection of cannabis product, and of course in Vegas, but I'm talking about worldwide. They're them motherfuckers, all right? So what you got to do is pull up when you're in Vegas to Hardin, go to Hardin_Las Vegas, shoot them that follow on Instagram, go see them, tell them I sent you. When you go to checkout, be like, yo, Bootleg Kev sent me. I saw y'all talking about it on the Bootleg Kev podcast. Look, when you're in Vegas, they'll also deliver right to your room, whatever you need, all right? Make sure you follow the crew, Hardin_Las Vegas. Go to HardinLasVegas.com. That's JARDIN, LasVegas.com. And don't forget, when you go to Vegas, you go to Hardin, tell them I sent you, and they're gonna, they might throw a little extra, little eighth in the bag or something. They have a little discount, the bootleg discount. You know what I'm saying? Get them Packwoods too. They gave me a Packwood the other day that, geez, I'm still recovering from that shit. Blew my whole fucking face off in the best way. Hardin, Las Vegas. All right, shout out to them. Let's get back to the interview. What do you think is specifically for Chicago the key to breaking the cycle? And I know that it's hard to talk about. Yeah, I mean, because I think it starts with like guys like yourself who are leaders, and I think you do a really good job of not participating in stuff that I see some of your other counterparts participating in. Mm-hmm. But I know that it's really hard to once people die, once relatives die or whatever. I don't know what is like. You know, I think for me, at least from an outsider looking in, I think it starts with, you know, like you said, like if you're in a position to give back, if you're in a position to be a positive influence on the generation below you, I think that's a lot, you know? And I do want to give you props because I feel like I never see you wrapped up in negative bullshit outside of, you know, hey, you know, maybe you caught a charge, or you're going shit with your baby mom, whatever, just dumb shit that, you know, you're a famous person, you're going to deal with, you're going to deal with famous person shit. But I feel like, you know, I always say that like, just as an artist, you've grown the most over the years. As a rapper, you've leaps and bounds lyrically. But all that shit aside, like I feel like as a man, like you're one of the shining examples of like, you know, growth.
Yeah, appreciate
like we saw you grow up in front of our eyes, and you know, I want to just give you kudos for not participating in the fuck shit that I see a lot of people who, you know, are your peers participating in. But like, what do you think is the key to kind of like, you're never gonna stop everything.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I think the key to it is opportunity, bro.
Yeah,
people are opportunists. So at the end of the day, if you're an opportunist and I'm not, I may give you opportunity, because as an opportunist, you may think, all right, the way to feed my family is to do this on the internet or do this or
because
do fuck shit.
If
you know
you get into the fuck shit, you see your metrics go up.
The fuck shit is what's feeding people family, but at the end of the day, it's what's ending families as well.
100%.
That shit is feeding families and ending families at the same time.
And it's the short nut. It's like,
the short, you feel me? And I feel like, for what? I don't want to do, because I could feed into all the fuck shit, and I could be on fuck shit, but I'm not. For what? I feel like I got so much to lose, and that's just from experiencing life on so many ways, bro. Because I used to wake up every day on fuck shit, but I ain't on that, bro. I wake up every day in a big ass crib,
right,
with my kids. I don't even want to think about no fuck shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, at the end of the day, it's so easy to like snap back and like entertain goofy shit or whatever. But I feel like the key component to ending that is opportunity, bro. You got to get a nigga's opportunity, and you got to understand, you got to be understanding of why niggas don't fuck shit. It's certain niggas don't fuck shit that don't have nothing else to resort to but that. They don't have no other opportunities, no ways of making money. They in they hood all day where it's nothing but negativity. I could tell you every day it was nothing but negativity in my neighborhood.
Right.
Every day is some fuck shit going on.
It's the only
and
thing.
we still finding ways to smile,
Yeah.
to have fun. My best friends die. I'm coming back on this block every day and I'm still able to crack a smile, which is crazy.
That's insane.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So to understand that is one of the main reasons why I don't feed into it, because I understand. I get why niggas frustrated. I could get why a nigga may be frustrated even at me, because I'm able to live on this side of the fence. That's survivor's remorse. And that's why I understand, like, damn, it's cool. I know you going through this. I really want to help you. But I got to be able to help you. But you got to want to help yourself.
You got to want to help yourself.
But it's like, nigga, certain niggas can't even help themselves because they in this environment. It's hard to want to help yourself when you in this
you're just trying to
environment
survive
and you
every
just trying
day.
to survive.
Yeah.
That's the survivor side. I survived this shit. So I understand it different. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything just tying back into each other. And it's like, that shit tough, bro. And I understand it because I once come from that. You feel what I'm saying? So the reason why I don't feed into it is because it ain't even worth it to me. It's
Well, that
not
takes a
worth
lot of humility on your behalf to be like, you know what? I'm not
get
feeding
it.
into this shit because I get it. I was there.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was once you, I relate to you.
Right.
So I feel like with me being an open book and being vulnerable about this shit, a nigga would be like, damn, he really do get it.
Right.
Fuck it. Let me just change everything, because I made the biggest sacrifice. I wouldn't be here today if I ain't say fuck everything, bro. And every nigga around me could contest to it. I said fuck everything. Fuck being on the block. Fuck hanging with my friends. Fuck rap. I said fuck everything. Let me just get my mind right, bro. I stayed in my mama house. Literally. Nigga, I had a condo downtown when I was 17 years old, bro. I stayed in my mama house in my 20s and just stayed in the basement and just try to, like, think about life, bro. Think about where I would be if I made certain decisions. You feel what I'm saying? If I was still outside hanging on my block, because I love my hood so much, but I got millions of dollars. You feel what I'm saying? I'm making millions of dollars, you know? And that was one of the toughest times I ever been through in my life. And the people who experienced that with me know I went through some tough shit and I overcame that. So I'm saying all that to say is, no matter what you're going through in your life or whatever tough times you're going through, you could just buckle down, embrace it, and overcome it. You know what I'm saying? There's people going through tougher shit than me.
Of course.
So you just got to take it for what it is, bro, and just try to be the best version of yourself that you could be tomorrow than you was yesterday. And you keep trying to do that, and then you look up, niggas, 2 months then gone back. You like, damn, I think totally different.
Right.
I bet I could get back out here and just do my thing. You feel me?
I think another thing that you probably, I think that we have to stop romanticizing the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you come from a certain area, like, at the end of the day, unless you own that real estate,
shit ain't about nothing.
it ain't about nothing.
Ain't
Like,
about
yo,
nothing.
man, who cares? One of my biggest pet peeves is when I see people like, I'm still here. Y'all can't come over here. And I'm like, yo, like, at the end of the day, like, you grew up there and you know where you grew up. Like, your goal should be to try to evolve and get into a different
And
situation.
get out of here so we can own this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Evolve and show you this. And that's crazy you saying that, bro. This like some of the deepest shit I've been talking about right now with you, because I just did the Aze on the block shit in Chicago, right there. I just did the Aze on the block interview. I thought about, I'm like, man, I'm finna go back to the block and shoot this shit. And I thought, like, I don't own that shit, gang. I own a school in Chicago. I'm finna shoot my shit right here.
You own the school.
I own a school.
Why would you
Fuck
shoot
the on the
anywhere
block
else?
at the school. This what I'm finna shoot right here. Right here in my shit. I own this property, gang. I own this shit, bro. Why not want to shoot right here? Why not want to shoot right here? Why not go back to the block when I could own this shit and get this shit to people who I care about? How my homie, nigga, you got a development company, a construction company, a paint company, a real estate management company. Get that shit to y'all, and now we really on the block. Post up on that bitch all y'all want. Let's do this. That's
And
what I'm on, bro.
Also, like, your goal should always be to get back to your kids every day.
Hell yeah.
And if it's like a 3% chance that something wrong happens when you go shoot that, if it's a 2% chance, if it's like a 1% chance, fuck,
Don't do
let
it.
me minimize the
I'm outta
chances.
here, man.
I need to
Fuck
maximize the chance of me getting home to my
smallest
kids.
chance, nigga. I'm up. Soon some shit rubbed me the wrong way. I ain't doing it. You feel what I'm saying? But I was this same nigga. Like, I know for a fact I know every risk of doing this, I'ma still do it.
Right.
Because I feel like, all right, bet I could do it.
Yeah.
Because I got that same, like my mind how it work, I feel like I could overcome any situation, and that's dangerous. So I put myself in a fucked up situation.
Well, that's also
feeling
not
like I could overcome it.
No, that's a terrible
That's
mindset.
a crazy way to think.
Well,
but I learned that way to think in bad circumstances.
I feel like I used to be the same way, where I'd be like,
Under
"Nah,
bad
we gonna be all right. We gonna
I'ma
be
be
straight.
all-
We gonna
I'm
get through.
cool.
Whatever happens,
I got it.
Fuck it, we got it. Until you don't.
Till you don't. Everything all good till it ain't.
Until it ain't. Nobody's bulletproof. Nobody is.
Everything all good until it ain't, bro.
Nah, that's some real shit. And I think a lot of people need to stop moving around with just like, I feel like false privilege. Like, hey man, you ain't no better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
And I know that though. I understand that. You feel what I'm saying? I just felt like I was the best version of myself.
Right.
And that ain't no way to think.
Nah, I think, man, I just, salute to you, dog. Because I swear, man, I always tell people that in interviews whenever your name is brought up. I'm like, man, you're like, I think like a beaming light from a city that needs that light. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think, just to watch you, I think the first time I saw you, I was on the side of the stage at Summer Jam when Nicki brought you out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was like 2014 or 15.
Yeah, that was like
that 14?
2014 for sure.
How old were you?
2014, I was 17.
So I remember that shit. Like that was one of them days.
14, 17, 18, some shit like that.
Yeah, that was one of those days I'll always remember because we were right there. Like we bullshitted our way where the label didn't kick us out, and I'm like standing there watching fucking Nicki and Drake and that was and you get brought out. Yeah. How pivotal of like a day was that for you to get brought out of Summer Jam by Nicki?
Man, that shit was crazy, bro. I was so nervous. I couldn't even really because you got to understand, bro. I'm coming from Say Knife and Essex every day. That's why I'm hanging at. Mm-hmm. Like literally, I'm right there the day before I fly out to go there. So it's like I didn't even feel like I belonged there.
Right.
I felt like I blended in better over there, and that's the wrong way to think. Cause I've been a superstar, nigga. I wouldn't even been there if I ain't belong there.
Of course,
Nicki would have never reached out to me if I didn't deserve to be there. Mm-hmm. But when I come around that, I felt like I was out of place. That's fucking crazy. I should have felt like I was out of place on my block.
Right.
You feel me? I felt the most comfortable over there. And when I get around Wayne, fucking Baby, Nicki, all these superstars, Meek, this is my first time really meeting all of them.
Right.
I ain't say a word, man.
Yeah, Meek was on that show
Drake
too.
was there, bro. Drake, nigga, I swear to God, Drake could contest to this right now.
Yeah.
We backstage. My first real encounter with Drake was, y'all don't know who this is? This is my favorite rapper. Drake called me his favorite rapper, nigga, when I was 18 years old. This is my favorite rapper right now. And I got so shy. I'm like, man, what the fuck you just put me on the spot like that for? It fucked me up because I felt out of place already being there. I didn't feel like a star. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't know how to feel like a star because I'm up against this shit.
You're up against real life.
I'm up against real life.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like a star, bro. So for Drake to tell me that right then, I didn't even know how to feel. It made me so fucking uncomfortable that he did that, you feel me? And that's probably why, like, our relationship ain't where it should be today because I didn't embrace him telling me that.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to feel when he told me that shit, bro. I swear to God, a nigga told me in front of Baby, Wayne, Nicki, G. Roberson.
That night?
That night, backstage. He said, y'all don't know what this is? Because I'm in the corner. I ain't talking to nobody.
Right.
Y'all don't know what this is, man. This my favorite rapper, man, right now. I fuck with Shorty. And I ain't know what to think. I still was nervous when I went out on stage. You feel me? Like, and I'm saying all that to say for any artist or anybody that's trying to do this shit, like, embrace your inner star. Embrace your power because this shit could be taken from you any day. And I'm blessed that God didn't take this shit from me when I took it for granted or when I didn't understand what it was. And that's why I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? So that shit crazy to me, bro. It's crazy.
And then full circle, you came out of Rolling Loud with Nicki?
I came out Rolling Loud with Nicki. You know what I'm saying? Like full circle to this day, me and Drake cool. That's my brother.
Yeah.
I talk to him all the time. You feel what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like we be hooping together and shit now. You feel me? We go hang out and all of this shit, you know, like, so it's just like a different aura that I have about myself because I'm matured. I'm a different person.
Yeah. What would you say is the main component for you to have the longevity? Because, I mean, listen, man, we're talking going on 10 years now, right? So, like, a lot of people's, careers last a summer, 2 years.
real.
You know, we don't even gotta say names. We can just think
Nah, for
off the top of your head.
The list goes on.
So many artists that I'm like, damn, you had a hot year.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is been pertinent to you staying relevant and for me, I think just from a fan, I think is growth.
Yeah, the growth
Musically.
is being myself. Just
Yeah.
embracing my flaws, bro. Not feeling like I supposed to be that nigga or I suppose, because
And you're not
at the
wearing
end
like
of
a
the day,
rapper costume either.
I'm not wearing a rapper costume. I'm being myself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, as before I matured and became this person, you would look at it. I'm still in the hood. I'm doing all this shit, and I'm like,
Of course.
how the fuck is this nigga doing better than me? And I
Right.
know for a fact I ain't a competitive person. I don't compare nobody. You would just
Which
look
is
like,
important,
because
'cause that is a flaw.
That's a flaw. I never look at nobody and
That's
feel like
that
I'm
ego
supposed
shit.
to be where they at.
Yeah, that's
you
an
would look
ego
at a nigga and be like, I'm supposed to be where he at,
Nah.
and then next year. Where is he? And you still doing this. I ain't never did this. I never shot up
Once
to
you
the
start
top.
looking over,
I
man.
always did
Yeah.
this and this and this and this and this because I always betted on myself. You feel what I'm saying? I always believed in myself and I always been myself, bro. All through my career, I'm going through something personally. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's adversity, whether it's the music industry, whether it's fighting a case, whether it's dealing with some shit at home. I just find a way to just be the best version of myself when I'm out here being G Herbo.
Right.
Because I'm not G Herbo. I'm Herbert Wright.
Right.
G Herbo is basically the costume, but I don't put on a rapper costume. I'm not trying to be G Herbo because I am G Herbo. That's me automatically. I
Right.
am that. But at the end of the day, I'm a man, bro. And that's what's important to me. So I always focused on being that and just being the best man I could be. As long as I'm the best man I could be, I'm going to always be the best rapper I could be. That shit easy, bro. I ain't no rapper. I'm a solid nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what's important to me. And that's what people gravitate to. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people didn't really catch on to the rap. I ain't had no plaques and all this crazy shit going on. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just not really getting my plaques. Now I'm getting my flowers now, but I ain't never asked for them. I ain't want them. The people who fucked with me, fucked with me. If it was for you, it's for you.
Yo, it's Bootleg Kev here to tell you about our partners at MyBookie. Damn it, football season. We're in the thick of it right now. I hit big last week too, man. I want to give a shout out to my guy who gave me the pick. Shout out my guy, Sportsbook Killer. But listen, what you got to do is go to MyBookie right now. Get in on this NFL action. You know, NBA's coming up too. You could bet on anything you want. They got the player props. You could do a parlay builder. You could bet on your favorite team to win the Super Bowl. Get them odds up, whatever it is. The most important thing, get that first time deposit bonus. That means when you sign up for your account, use the promo code BOOTLEG, BOOTLEG, and you will get a deposit match. So if you put in $200, they're going to give you $200 on top of that to gamble with for free. If you put in $1,000, they're going to match that deposit with a free $1,000 for you to gamble with right now. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Let's get this money. Let's watch some fucking football, and let's get paid with MyBookie. Well, you know what it is? A lot of people use that kind of shit as a way to give them, like feel like they look at accolades, relationships, props from other artists as like a way to validate themselves. And it's like, bro, like if you know you're straight and you know you're on your mission,
I always knew I was
like
solid.
everything will come. Like at the end of the day,
I always knew I was
you
solid.
can't
bro.
let outside shit validate who you are. And unfortunately, like a lot of people, I've been in that position in my life where I was so worried about what everybody thought or
I have too. You always gonna be in that
everybody,
position where you
of
feel like
course.
you worry about what everybody think. But the thing that made me stop caring is it was always because of the internet. You feel what I'm saying? Like the people that I deal with on a day-to-day, whether it's somebody I work with, my first time meeting somebody, my mother, my girl, my kids,
Right.
my girl, mother, family,
Right.
everybody love me when they meet me. And I started to think like, that mean I'm a solid nigga. I ain't never really had nobody really say nothing bad about me. Like in the streets, my name always been good.
even in the music
Everywhere.
industry, as you know, is fake as fuck.
Yeah, it's
I don't
fake
know
as
anybody
fuck.
who's ever said anything bad about you.
My name good out here, bro,
Yeah.
because I just focus on being a solid dude.
Right.
Personally, my name good. In the industry, my name good. So it's like, I can't really care about what nobody said about me because I ain't perfect. I'm going to fuck up.
Of course.
So if I embrace my flaws and just try to be the best version of myself, I'm going to always be good. And that's why I never fed into like internet shit because my name's solid, bro. It always been solid no matter what I did. Whether I was in the streets every day, in the industry, at home, my name always been solid with my flaws. With
course.
every fuck up I ever had in my life, my name still always remains solid. And that's what's important to me. That's all I really care about.
That's important, man. And I also think too, like you've done a good job of navigating the internet era, which was not necessarily present like it is now when you first got into it.
It definitely wasn't. Hell no. The internet presence was never like what it is now. Like nobody never, when I first started doing music, even though the internet was Instagram, MySpace, all that, nobody never really felt comfortable walking up on those street nigga with their phone out.
Or
That's a no-no.
Yeah.
Automatically. Like people not even scared
Right.
like that I'm gonna do something to them. Smack their phone out there.
Right.
I never done that. I swear, my whole career, can't nobody never say I smacked their phone out their hand. I just embrace it like, damn, you know, I could be sleep, mad,
Right.
having a bad day. I'm just like, damn, you know, I either watch out or I'm gonna embrace, you feel me?
Right.
But that was never cool. It ain't never been cool to walk up on nobody with your phone. I be having my kids. I can have my brand new baby walking through the airport. Motherfucker gonna walk up and do like this.
it's crazy.
That's crazy to me, bro. And that's not cool. We need to not normalize that shit, bro.
Yeah, we gotta give
need
people
to
their
not
space.
normalize that. Give people their space.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because we all human. How would you feel if you a regular person and your kid just in your arms and they like the kid's shoes
be
or
wild.
whatever? Or people negative. They may think your kid look funny and try to crack a joke.
Yeah, I've had that happen when I've been at the grocery store when I had my son was a baby,
Yeah.
and they be like, I've had people try to be like, "Oh, your baby's so cute," and go to touch her. I'm like, "Don't touch my fucking
Don't do
baby."
that. Don't do that. I ain't with that. You feel what I'm saying? Like people would try to used to try to when my girl was pregnant, they used to always try to touch her stomach. And I'd be don't do that shit.
I don't know you.
I ain't with that.
Are you the grandma? Are you the
I don't
auntie?
want no
Fuck
energy,
out of
none
here.
Don't bring that shit, you feel me? But people feel welcome enough to do that. And then I'm the bad guy. Oh, her push me. I try. That's my baby right there.
man.
I don't know what the fuck you into. I'll really do something to you. You trying to touch my girl's stomach while she pregnant. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we all human. So you got to understand that, bro. You got to really understand where a nigga come from when he do shit.
100%, man. 100. I want to ask you this because I think, one of the main components that kind of people, when they think about early Chicago days, and not early Chicago in general, because we can go back to like Twista and Common and all that shit, but like in terms of just the drill movement, Chief Keef obviously kicked the door down. I saw you talk about kind of his influence and what Charlemagne had said.
Yeah.
And you're going to see Charlemagne this weekend. Shout out to my
yeah.
guy. I wonder. I know some people had felt a certain type of way about when Academics was doing the Warren Chirac shit.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time, you were probably a lot more present in some of that shit.
Yeah.
Was that something that you guys paid attention to? Or
Hell yeah.
was it something you thought added to the violence?
Yeah, it definitely added to the violence. And I got a one-on-one with Academics too, and we could talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Academics my brother. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But we thought Academics was from Chicago. That
Because he
nigga
knew
from
so much
Jersey.
shit. Yeah.
He ain't from Chicago, bro.
Right.
And he's speaking on this shit in a way where it's like Jersey got a hood, Jersey got the trenches, Jersey got rappers, all this. You're not speaking on this shit because you from there. These people really know you.
Right.
I feel like, in my opinion, you're not gonna speak so much on what's going on in Jersey, even though Chicago had the bigger spotlight on them and there was something to talk about. But at the end of the day, you don't know how many people lost their lives outside of the internet about some shit you talking about.
Right.
You calling Reese the Grim Reaper. Like, a nigga want to kill him just because you calling him that.
It's a wild thing to say, yeah.
You calling a nigga the Grim Reaper. Nigga,
Right.
the Grim Reaper, you don't supposed to call no man the Grim Reaper. You feel what I'm saying? The Grim Reaper is a representation of death. And you calling this man that they got a family, they got kids, they got a mother, they got
Right.
sister. But he was young. I give him that. I give him
Right.
credit. He was just on the outside looking in, and it was something to talk about. And it built his platform to this day. I'm not gonna knock him for that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, a lot of that shit made a big difference in what's going on now. I promise you, we didn't know who Academics was. We thought Academics was from Chicago because he knew so much. But that's somebody that was just in tune with what we doing because we broadcasted it. So we got to hold ourselves accountable.
Right. Talking about it in the music.
Exactly. We broadcasted this shit. So I'm going to be a man and say, yeah, we started it for sure.
Right.
We initiated it, but at the end of the day, we was just kids. And this was our reality.
Right.
We didn't never look at this shit like, oh, we put these guns on the internet, we going to get famous. It was just cameras. We was just cameras around, videos. Niggas started rapping. We just embracing our life. As soon as that camera went down, we ain't put them guns in storage.
Right.
The motherfuckers was right on the block with us, and we protecting our life. That's what we was up against. And people got to understand that, and a lot of people lost their life to that. And that's a lot of reasons why people react and behave the way they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I understand like the because I know Vic, shout out to Vic Mensa, like he was not. I mean, I know a lot of people who have negative connotations towards Academics, rightfully so.
A lot of people do.
But I think at that time, I don't know if he understood the gravity of what he was doing.
I would give him the benefit to say he didn't understand what he was doing.
And at that time, I'm not sure he ever knew he'd be on camera.
Yeah.
like we know academics as like a personality in hip hop, as to where like then he was just the voice that was just, you know, kind of narrating
on camera about. Yeah, nobody knew how he looked when he was doing that. He didn't show his face.
Right.
And I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't. He didn't want nobody to know how he looked.
Right.
He didn't want nobody to know who he was because the shit he was doing, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. And you gotta, I'm gonna talk to him when we say that for real.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta really hold yourself accountable for what you've done.
In the
Because
same
you're
way-
responsible for a lot of this shit the same way that we are as artists.
I think that's what important is anybody who's a grown ass man, look, man, if you were 19, 20 making YouTube videos, you should at least own whatever
Own
you
up to
own
bro.
it.
I was 19, 20, and I'm talking about the shit I'm up against, or 18, 17, but I wasn't talking about nothing
And
because I
it's
want somebody to go outside and kill somebody.
And even
I'm
ju-
talking about some shit because
Yeah.
I just seen my best friend get his fucking head blown off.
It's crazy. Even just the influence of like those videos, like, because now there's so many YouTube channels and their whole shtick is talking over clips that we don't know what these people look like. We just know that they're covering whatever
Yeah.
city's bullshit that's going on.
It'd be hard for me to touch on it because it's so close to home.
Of
bro.
course,
Like,
man.
It's a sensitive subject. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I lost a lot of people that I really love.
It's crazy.
And it's not
I mean,
behind
like you
rap,
said,
it's behind the streets, bro.
Right.
You feel me?
What is your opinion on when you come from a place like Chicago, where a lot of conflict is rooted from a very real place? I feel like the last few years we've seen hip hop beef, people who aren't from the same place, not even anyone specifically,
Exactly.
but people who aren't even from the same state, people who did not grow up around each other, have serious beef that is equal bloodshed, life being lost. Like, to me, it's like a shame when I see that shit. It like really, and a lot of it is the internet, the IG, the Twitter, all this shit. But like, you know, I just feel like we got to figure out a way to try to nip that kind of shit in the butt. Like, if someone's from the same place and they got
Cool.
it's not even cool.
I'm just saying, it's
but I
understandable.
get it. I understand.
Not cool. Understandable.
But the rap beef shit, I'm like, man, especially if it's from people who come from a place where they know what beef is. It's like, what's the point of like having like a real beef with another rapper who's not even from where you're from?
Exactly. I feel like it's unnecessary in any way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to like stay in my lane, because I understand it. I get it. I get why people have differences and they think like, oh, I just react this way. And maybe sometimes they go straight to the internet, which make it even more bigger because they not from the same state. That's their only form of communication at that point. So it's like you making shit bigger than what it is instead of just getting on the phone. A lot of niggas avoid getting on the phone. A lot of niggas avoid being accountable for their actions. A lot of niggas scared to get on that phone and say, damn, I bet this what it is.
This is the misunderstanding.
Or maybe we should link right here and we could settle it. You know, a lot of niggas get on that internet and it's like, and it shit could be something as simple as a phone call. Two niggas getting on the phone that don't nobody know nothing.
So easy.
Nobody
Nobody
even need to know the nature of the conversation. But when you go on the internet and you saying something about this nigga, you don't know it's 100 other niggas that love him.
Oh, so you know what?
Probably not even on that, but 100 other niggas that love him. Now you can't even do a show in this city. You can't do this. You can't do that, and it become real beef when y'all not even from the city and it ain't no blood shit. It become blood shit over pride over the internet.
And you know what? I think some people are scared to get on the phone because they're afraid of this internet shit. What
Yeah,
if the
they
guy on
afraid
the other
nigga
side of the
recording
phone's filming it?
Recording them. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you confident as a man, if you on the phone saying some sucker shit then that's your problem. That's your problem.
Yeah.
If you on the internet saying, nigga, I'm this and that, then you get on the phone and say some sucker shit, you deserve to get recorded.
Right.
But if you on the phone being a man and being solid, it ain't even that serious, bro. I feel like you did this. I did this. Fuck it. It's cool, bro. It ain't even no thing. I don't feel like less of a man
because
for that.
Everybody's in the same cities. You end up in LA, you end up in Atlanta, you end up
like
in
I'm
New
less
York.
of a man for that. You know what I'm saying? I want to have those allies with people. If I go to Atlanta, I need to be able to call somebody in Atlanta that I fuck with. If I'm stranded, not even got nothing to do with no street shit. If I'm stranded, I need, hey, it's good to go to this restaurant right here. No, it ain't. You feel what I'm saying? LA, St. Louis, New Orleans, wherever I'm at, vice versa, bro. You gotta build, especially being an artist. It's like, ain't no such thing as being on your own. I don't believe in that, bro. I feel like we all stronger together, period. So I don't believe in that rap this shit and rap beef. I ain't never rap this nigga from my city.
Right.
I definitely ain't finna rap beef with a nigga from another city. What the fuck I'm doing that for?
The more gangster shit is to get on the phone.
Get on the phone.
Yeah.
Get on the phone. That's the real gangster shit though. All that internet, the gangster shit. Get on the phone. Talk to him. What's up? What's going on, bro? what's the word? We good? All right, it's cool, it's cool. Or if it really is a difference, let's link up and solve it. Or if it's going whatever it's gonna be, keep it off the internet. Let's do this amongst men. So at the end of the day, our family's safe, our friends safe, our name safe, our brand, our career is safe. We could continue getting this money. Let's just talk about this shit as men. And that's what we miss.
Right. I want to dive into the track list for the album, but first I need to take a piss. Piss break. Hey, what up, y'all? It's Bootleg Kev here to stop the interview. Sorry, but we got to pay the fucking bills. And, you know, not only do we have to pay the bills, but we also got to take care of them cocks out there. That's right. Make sure you go to BlueChew.com right now. You know, the Bootleg Kev podcast, we are presented by Blue Chew proudly. I happen to every once in a while dabble in a little chewski, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something, my dick thanks me for it every single time. So listen, if you go to Blue Chew, use the promo code BOOTLEG, you're going to get your first month supply for free. Now, we're talking the same active ingredient as Viagra, as Cialis, without the awkward doctor's appointment visit. You just go online, they get you taken care of, it gets delivered right to your fucking door in discreet packaging. It's a beautiful thing. And how about this? Brand new product alert on Blue Chew, all right? And I'm going to fuck this up for sure, so I'm going to try to read it. Now, Blue Chew has a mint-flavored chewable with vardenafil, which is the same active ingredient in Levitra and Staxin. So shout out to Levitra. Same active ingredient in the mint-flavored chewables. So what are we doing? Go get you a little mint boy, go get you a little Blue Chew, whatever the fuck you need. Just know, whatever young lady or man or etc. that you're dealing with, they're going to fucking thank you for it because your dick's going to be harder than it's ever been in your whole fucking life, man. It's going to be great. And like, if you're a single guy, take a Blue Chew, jack off. Be a better jerk, I'll tell you that. All right? BlueChew.com. Go right now. And, you know, I know we have a lot of male listeners who like underground rap, so chances are you're not getting a lot of pussy. But I promise you one thing. You take that Blue Chew, you're going to beat your dick like it stole something all night long. BlueChew.com. Use that promo code BOOTLEG right now, and they will give you the first month for free. So go do that shit. All right, fresh off the piss break. We should take one more shot real quick.
Yeah.
Let's do a shot.
Take us a shot, man. You see, I sip the Repo. I'll take a shot of Blanco real quick. Got the Repo on the top side, man. Shout out Shantae, man. She made me this way.
Shout out to tequila, man. The pandemic drink. All these tequila brands owe fucking COVID-19. If COVID-19 was
like
a person.
Casamigos owe me a check first and foremost. Check in before I check out, man. You got about 10 days to respond, and I'm going on.
You know that's George Clooney's tequila.
Yeah, he sold it. He sold it, actually.
Did he?
Yeah, he sold it.
Shit, good for
Boy,
him.
cashed out.
As he should.
Hell yeah.
As he should.
Cash out.
This album, you did the two-side. If it was fucking 2006, it'd be a double disc, right?
Yeah.
So it's a double album. What was the motivation behind doing that? Because I don't feel like we see that a lot anymore.
Yeah, it took for me to really get out here and hear from other people that it's like people who haven't really been doing this shit. But my whole inspiration behind the double album was, bro, I put so much like time and effort into the music and what I'm trying to, the message I'm trying to get across behind Survivor's Remorse. You know, like the shit that I'm talking about when the interviews is deep. I can't really talk about through my music. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Rappers don't really do like interludes and skits and shit no more, you know what I'm saying? But I really do want to get back to that, to be honest. I want to get back to skits and shit. So when y'all start doing all that shit, man, don't be trying to bite my sauce, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyways, I feel the whole point of me doing that was to create that atmosphere of the survivor side, the triumph side, you know what I'm saying? Like it's triumph for me when I wake up and I'm able to get in all my cars and, you know what I'm saying, to be able, like, through all my career, I never really blended with my peers musically. Like, I've been knowing Future, I've been fucking with Future. Future done been on the hood, gang. I done pulled up on Future on 73rd and Kingston, nigga, 30 feet away from my grandma's house that I'm saying, I can't even go right there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I done pulled up on Future right there before. He done been in my hood. I've been fucking with Future. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been fucking with Meeks and been having me and Kodak was on the freshman cover together. This our first song ever doing together. You feel
Legendary
what I'm saying?
cover.
Like, I've been having interactions with Offsets and A Boogie. That's my brother. He been on 2-3 of my albums. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I'm saying all that to say, like, I never embraced my true rapper stardom or me being G Herbo and people fuck with me. I know they fuck with me because I'm around them.
Right.
I'm in the studio with these niggas building relationships. I never really told nobody get on the song or none of that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know they fuck with me. I could have always, like, Mika tell you throughout my career, he always like, bro, go get songs from these niggas, do songs. I'm telling them like, yeah, shit, I was just in the studio with bro. What you was on yesterday? Shit, I'm in the studio with Pluto. I was in the studio with Thug or in the studio with Meek. We chilling. Like, why you ain't get no song? I'm like, shit, I ain't even asking for no song, to be honest. I ain't
But you know what? That's also
feel me? Like,
that's why people fuck with you. Because it's a genuine friendship. It's not some...
I'm just trying to fuck with niggas and vibe out, because at the end of the day, I know I'm good. I'm building my shit.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. When it come to me building my own, I'm going to do that. And I ain't never really asked nobody to help me do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so for me to do the survivor side is really like a moment of triumph. Like, I feel like now I'm able to do that because my thought process is different. Like, sometimes I just want to be around niggas and get inspiration because I got to go right back to the trenches after this.
Yep.
Now that I'm living life a little differently, I feel like it's easy for me to interact with my peers a little differently. You feel what I'm saying? So that was the survivor side of it, just me and like embracing the fact that I am that nigga. I am G Herbo. You feel what I'm saying? I could get in the studio with the best of them and I could hold my own weight, or I could be around the best of them and like, I'm really having my way for real. You feel what I'm saying? I got cribs in LA, cars. I got all the shit to just, you know what I'm saying, talk about. I never really talked about that shit. You feel me?
That's crazy that's the first record you have with Kodak.
Yeah, me and Kodak, and we was freshman covers on the freshman cover together. And I fuck with Kodak. Shout out to bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when we really like connected on some man-to-man shit, I fuck with him. He a good nigga. You know, and you know, the remorse side of it is me understanding everything that I come from. The remorse side of knowing, like, that's the reason, that the remorse side is the reason why I never really embraced going to hang with other artists. So I never flexed the fact that I always had a nice ass condo downtown. I always had jewelry. I always had money. I was always able to afford this shit. I didn't really brag about it because it's people that I really care about that can't afford that luxury. And I was thinking for them and for a long time. But at the end of the day, I realized I got to think for myself. And I could never help anybody unless I think for myself, because I'm the leader. I'm the prize. I'm the one that's finna go out and go get all the money and make this shit bigger than life. So I got to think for myself. And sometimes it sounds selfish, but it's not, because I know I'm not a selfish person. I know for a fact I'm going to always look out for my people.
Right.
But I got to think for myself first. And that's the remorse side, understanding that, damn, I wasted so much time thinking about the wrong shit when I really should have just been thinking about myself the whole time, and this shit would have probably been 10 times bigger this day.
Right.
You feel me? And that's survivor's remorse. That's why I did a double-sided album, because everything I lost along the way, I always been able to talk about it. I always talked about it, but people don't see. Like, I done had a conversation with my man's, my homie Lil, when he from New Orleans. He like, bro, you don't show shit. Like, you don't show when you buy new cars. You don't show when you buy jewelry. You don't show when you got money on you. You don't show none of that because it don't excite me. It ain't nothing that I feel like I need to show. It ain't for nobody to see unless I'm finna show you how to get this shit.
I mean, it's not. I think that's a positive that you don't.
It's a positive. I just think like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like I never did that because I always feel like if you don't think I got this shit, you stupid.
You ain't paying attention.
If you
to
don't
what
think I'm really having
Right.
my way out here, you really fucking dumb. Why I gotta put it in your face for real?
I think that's why your fans fuck with you, though,
You know,
man.
like, ain't no point in me putting this shit in your face. You know what I'm saying? I could, you know, but I don't get nothing from it. So it's like, who am I doing it for? Me or you?
All you get for
this
that
shit don't satisfy me. Certain people are really satisfied. Like,
it's
I
their
gotta
ego.
put
It
this
feeds
shit
their
on your
ego.
face to make me feel good as a person.
It's that validation shit.
That shit don't make me feel good as a person.
validation
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's survivor's remorse for me, you know, to be able to be on both sides of the playing field, bro. I still got people who I love that's in the trenches, bro. My grandma died in the trenches. I could have been moved her. Man, my grandma was into that type of shit. My grandma could have been living in wherever the fuck she wanted to live. I would have moved her before my mama. I'll make my mama live with my grandma.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like, y'all just get a big crib together.
Exactly, a big crib. But my grandma wasn't on that. She told me before I ever had any money, she said, I'm dying on Kingston.
Wow.
She meant that shit. She said, I'm dying right here on this block. I'm not moving.
Right.
You feel me? And I got aunties and all type of cousins and shit that's still in the trenches. that don't want that though. They want to get out.
Yeah.
So them the people who I care about, my friends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard being on both sides of the field when you a leader here and a leader there. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I'm the leader of my household, I'm the leader of everybody that really depend on me. And not even the leader like in the trenches or the streets. I'm the leader because I'm the vessel, the person that they looking at like, damn, he could really change our situation. You feel me? But I feel the more I elevate and the more I like learn life, I could only provide somebody opportunity.
Talk about the school that you own.
Yeah.
Because I think that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, Overton. School, I partner, me and my partners, we got a school.
It's in Chicago, right?
Yeah, on the south side.
Yeah.
On the south side of Chicago, like in the heart, you feel what I'm saying? And that was just something that, I was hands-on, don't get me wrong, but it was just like a good idea then when they like, all right, bet, invest in this shit, you feel what I'm saying? And we got the school, but it was important to me because I come from youth centers. I come from, Sandy Six and Phillips, CYC. My aunt Micheline, she enrolled me in this center when I was a kid to just get me out of trouble.
Get you out the way,
street,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Long live JT. That was like a father figure for me growing up, and he died. Like the worst of the worst kids in the neighborhood. Like not worse, but like
Right.
we wasn't bad kids. We was just troubled kids who was in poverty and under certain circumstances. We wasn't bad kids, bro.
Right.
If we would have stayed in that shit and we had somebody like myself, a Derrick Rose, a Kanye, or somebody who really
Iman
could come
Shumpert,
here, whoever the fuck it could have been to come right here and show us like, hell no, we finna give y'all the resources to be great. I guarantee you a lot of us would have came out millionaires,
By the
doctors, lawyers, artists, NBA players. When that shit got taken away from us, a lot of us died.
Yeah.
A lot of us went to jail. A lot of us just turned to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? So I believe in that. My first time ever going to an NBA game, ever going out of this fucking to summer camp was through that center. So that's why I invested in the school to turn that into that for the youth.
Positive
You know what I'm saying?
place.
Something, a place for people to get out of the streets and to find a trade. Like we're gonna put a studio in there. We're gonna have arts in there. We're gonna have culinary in there. We're gonna have what's it called? Coding, computer coding.
That shit's important. Like
videography, whatever you want to do. I don't care if we don't even got a room for it. Whatever you want to do, if you come and
those are
say
practical trades.
We're gonna put the practical trades, the resources, engineering.
Because not everybody could be the rapper, not everybody could be the NBA player.
Who not finna come if I call and say, hey man, I need you to come teach these kids.
Right.
Whether I pay you or whether you doing it off the love, niggas fuck with me.
Right.
Somebody gonna come and show these something tangible. Like I'm in the hood all the time. I ain't gonna lie, I don't brag on it. I don't record when I'm in Chicago, but I'm there all the time. And I let people see me. I let kids see me because I'm something they look at as influence, a role model, but they don't have to look from on the internet. They don't got to see me buying cars and shit and be like, damn, I want a car. Fuck, I don't even know how to get this shit. I'm a rob. You feel me? No, you don't got to do that. I'm going to show you how to get this shit. Nigga, I'll show you how to make cars, build cars.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, I'm going to put it right here for you so you can have your innocence, so you can keep your charisma, so you can build your talent, build a trade, and be the best you could be. That's what's important for me because if it wasn't for rap, if it wasn't for me just being chosen by God, I'd be dead or in jail, bro.
Yeah.
God is the reason why I'm here right now.
We got to think about too, like, not just in bad neighborhoods, but just period. Like, I think like trade schools got to be more prevalent. Because like, think about it, like, bro, first of all, you go to college.
That shit a deep subject, bro. I could talk about this shit all day. I feel it in my chest when I talk about this.
Because think about this, like, if you go to college for some bullshit degree that you end up racking up $250,000 in student debt, and then you're making $80,000 a year entry level. It's like, what did you do? What you waste all this time? Isn't the more practical thing to be like, I want to be a graphic designer. I want to be an electrician. These are things that are like, don't take as much bandwidth. Don't put you in a financially fucked place. And like, not everyone's built for college,
and
bro.
Guess what?
We be pushing this college shit because it's big business.
You're not, and it's like it's like with having somebody like myself or having the resources where you want to be an electrician, you want to be somebody that had their own construction,
a barber,
company,
a contractor, whatever. Yeah,
you could be a barber that really. But you build your brand so much now you $1 million brand.
Yeah, now you own 10
you
fucking
$1 million nigga nigga,
You
off of just learning how to capitalize off this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you 35, you $1 million nigga. You got 20 barbershops.
Yep.
I'm 27 years old. If I would have did anything else the same way that I would have been able to chase rap and chase my dreams and just be better and better and better and better every year, I would have been a millionaire regardless because I got this
You
shit
got it in
me.
you. Yeah.
I would have automatically been a millionaire, whatever the fuck I did. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But now I choose this. I'm gonna be a billionaire. I'm gonna have 100 million out this shit. You
Fuck
feel
yeah,
me?
man.
So with me being that, I could spread it. I could make 10, 15 millionaires off the muscle. Just you can have this shit. It ain't gonna take nothing from me. I'm already good. I promise I'm good. I ain't gonna never have to do shit. My kids ain't gonna never have to do shit. I ain't gonna never have to go back to the hood. Nothing. Right now, if I stop rapping today, if I stop rapping tomorrow, I'm gonna be good. I promise. I'm gonna be great. My kids gonna be great. Everybody gonna be great.
I think it's.
But why would I stop?
Yeah, it's important too
because I can help y'all get this shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say most people don't. Most people don't have that mind state. They don't want to share the wealth. You know what I mean? The fact you're passionate about that is great because if more people were passionate about that, like you said. Imagine if there was 30 of you in Chicago instead of just you or just you and whoever. But I know Chance is doing stuff.
Talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because it can be
30 who else in Chicago? I know there are other artists in Chicago that are helping.
Yeah, Chance do a lot of shit. Dirk do a lot of shit behind the scene. Polo do a lot of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it need to be broadcasted. We need to come together and do this shit.
See, that's the kind of shit that should make blogs.
We should do some shit. Fuck it. Like, I'm going to say it here. We should do a show. A big-ass show. Me, Dirk, Chance, Polo, fucking Bibby, Keith, everybody come back to the United Center, do a big ass show, and give all the proceeds to Lori Lightfoot, and get that shit to all the schools, get that shit to the mayor, and whatever we need to do with it.
I'm curious, how do we feel about Lori Lightfoot?
I love Lori Lightfoot.
You probably have a real relationship with her.
I do.
I feel like for people who aren't from Chicago or don't pay attention to like what actually is going on there, we just see like memes and shit and like
I think the memes is just like something funny, but I've literally never heard anybody say anything.
Like she's solid.
Yeah, she's solid. In the city, she's solid. Right. She don't do no fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. She don't do nothing that is not beneficial to her people.
That's amazing.
And I love her for that.
Well, because I feel like there's like the wrong narrative about her sometimes.
Yeah, no,
nationally.
She don't do nothing that's not beneficial to her people or to the city of Chicago in general. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't just about the trenches. She looking out for the city of Chicago, and it's beneficial on all ends.
And that's
she benefit the poverty-stricken neighborhood. She benefit the rich neighborhood.
It's such a
business owners, the entrepreneurs.
It's a very complicated city to overlook.
It's a very complicated city. You gotta imagine.
Because if you go to the north side,
they on her ass about carjackings, this and the smallest shit, and it's like she can't do nothing about that when it come to the end.
What is she supposed to do?
That's our job. Yeah. We got the most influence. Yeah. Ain't nobody in the fucking trenches finna listen to Lori. To be
also,
honest,
they're not
to be completely honest.
Yeah, and even if they put like my thing is like a lot of people are like, well, we always think of Chicago as like whenever gun violence gets discussed, Chicago always gets brought up
automatically,
and it's like. I don't think like you'll see conservative politicians always use Chicago as like a fuck you to the left. Like, what about Chicago? And I think it's very like irresponsible because what they don't understand the reality of certain areas of this country, not just Chicago, but like putting more police on the south side of Chicago is not going to do anything.
It's not.
It's going to
make everything even more worse.
It's going to make
it
worse.
Because at the end of the day, the police, and I'm gonna give you credit on the outside looking in. You only looking at your job to try to make this shit better, which you don't fucking know how. It's with using force.
And a lot of these police aren't from the neighborhood.
Get home. You not from the neighborhood. You don't know these fucking kids from a can of paint. You looking at them like they'll kill me immediately. Just how you thinking the police will kill you, they looking like he'll kill me.
Because their objective is just like your objective, to get home to their kids.
Get home. Yeah. The main objective is getting home no matter what the fuck you do. The main objective is getting home. That's the name of the game. You feel what I'm saying? And I understand that. So it's like with understanding that, you got to think with all the kids and the niggas that's carrying guns and doing all this wild shit. You got to compare it to something simple like basketball. You feel me? Like when you a real elite athlete, you got that dog in you. When I get on that hardwood, I'm killing anybody. I don't give no fuck if you my favorite player. That's why I love Ja Morant. I don't give a fuck if you my favorite. If you get in front of me, where I'm trying to go, I want to go to the championship.
Yeah.
That's the nigga. Getting home is the championship in the trenches. Nigga, I'm going to do whatever necessary.
It's the championship of the trenches, and it's also the championship of being a cop.
I'm just saying, the cops in the trenches.
I
That's
mean,
the name of the game. The cops is in the trenches with us. That's the name of the game. I'm trying to win the championship.
So
I got to get home. So with saying that, I'm saying niggas who all in when you doing all this, and I'm talking from the outside looking in, but I understand. When niggas up against this shit and they carrying guns and they doing all this wild shit and all this killing, you know what? They trying to get to the championship. They trying to eliminate the competition to get home.
Yeah.
That's why all the killing going on.
Right.
Niggas want to get home, bro. They don't want to carry them fucking guns. You think a nigga want to end up in the county? You think a nigga want to go to jail? You think a nigga want to die?
Right.
Don't nobody want that. They want to live like me.
Right.
Nigga want to live like me, have all the shit that I got going on. So I'm going to show you how to live like me.
Do you think Snoop did this in L.A. where he had met with the sheriff, the L.A. County sheriff, to try to help kind of bridge the gap between like maybe some of the misunderstandings between the police and the community? And obviously it's a very rough place when the cops ain't from the community. You know, I always feel like when there's community policing where it's like, yo, this is where I'm from. I grew up here or whatever. There's a lot more understanding. There's a lot more compassion. Would that ever be something you'd be interested in doing? Like maybe trying to help assist like
the police?
Not assist them to like arrest people, but assist them in understanding.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's important to me, bro, because we need police. If something happened to my mama, she ain't finna call nobody but the fucking police.
Right.
We need police, bro.
Point blank, I agree. Period. We need responsible police,
it's
but we need police.
We need responsible police. We need police that's in the city that understand. We know your name, nigga. Your mama live right here. She good. Like that's how it used to be, and it could get to that because I come from a foundation, bro. I listen to my mama stories, my daddy stories, old head stories where like the whole neighbor. When I was growing up, they used to say the whole neighborhood could whoop your ass. You did something, the neighbor beating your ass right here. You finna get your ass beat right here in front of this house for doing something? I dare you, a neighbor, know your mama and try to come touch one of these kids.
Shit.
Man, you gonna get your ass shot.
Yeah.
Something gonna happen to you.
Right. It was different.
Back then, my mama and them said the neighbors used to be able to beat their ass and tell, he did this, told the mama, she thank you, and then you get your ass beat by your mama.
You used to get.
I guarantee you somebody off the neighborhood that know your mama go try to run up on the little 8th grader right there. Man, they gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
It need to get back to that.
Back in the day, you used to get
we need to govern our neighborhood, control our neighborhood, police our neighborhood, secure our neighborhoods. That's the only way it's gonna be safe for us. Because at the end of the day, we the only neighborhood that don't do it. The white neighborhoods do it, the Irish, the Jewish, the whatever, the Arab, all these communities do it. You know what I'm saying? And I admire that. It's no way that I could ever be a racist because I admire the way that people stick together. We need that. You feel what I'm saying? We need that for ourselves. I could never even think about another culture and how they look at us because they look at us like, y'all crazy as hell.
Right.
Y'all don't give a fuck about each other. How the fuck we gonna care about y'all? It's impossible. We gotta care about each other first. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about us. We don't care about each other. Why should they?
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't gonna give a fuck about a nigga that don't care about himself. Like I said, I know you can't help everybody. So if I'm trying to do this and a nigga ain't even trying to help himself and get no money, what the fuck I'm finna still try to give you some money for? As a black man, that's how we think. So how the fuck you think somebody on the outside looking, what the fuck I'm helping them for? They ain't doing nothing but killing each other. It's the same thing, bro. Universal law is the same no matter how you look at it, bro. We got to think about universal law and principle. That's the only way we're going to get better.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think a lot of people in your position it should preach that.
Yeah, but I just grew, bro. I'm just a grown man. I look at life totally different, bro, because I got shit that I care about.
You got children. Hey, man, I feel like once you have kids, man, you take that father shit serious. It makes you look through everything.
Shit serious, bro. I can't lose. I can't lose in no way. I can't lose.
Right. You got I'm assuming Conway's on the pain version of the
B-side.
Okay, because I know Conway's got that pain.
You know that. Conway on the B-side, man.
You know, Conway's one of my favorite rappers in the world. And,
you know, Benny like to pop it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's like Benny's like the pop star Griselda.
Yeah. Benny like to pop his shit. You feel
yeah,
what I'm
Conway's like the pain.
You know that.
You know what I'm saying?
It came perfect, bro. I told him, I said, no, I need both of them on there.
The fact you got
Benny on the A side, Conway on the B side, shit, crazy.
Nah. Shout out to both of them. Like, how in tune have you been with what Griselda's doing with both of those guys?
I've always been in tune from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Benny, Conway, Gunn.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Griselda. Period. You feel what I'm saying? So Benny, that's my brother. Me and Benny been knowing each other since 2014.
Great
People
guy.
don't even know that. I say that all the time. People don't even know. Go back and look. Me and Benny got songs from 2014. I done been to Buffalo fucking with him in his hood.
Yeah,
Met all
I've
his
been to
homies,
Buffalo
all
with those
that, you know what
guys.
I'm saying? So Conway always been a fan of it, and I'm just telling Mick, like, man, I gotta do it. You feel me? Like, I'm in the traffic. When I get in traffic, I'm playing that shit, bro. I'm playing Benny shit. I'm playing Conway shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But it was certain times, you know, you go through some shit mentally, you only hear one song.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, Conway when he King to a God, that album,
Oh my
the
God.
intro.
That's a fucking
I listen
classic.
to that song every day.
It's a fucking classic.
I used to listen to that song, the intro.
That's the one with Dej Loaf, right?
No, God
No.
King.
Oh,
The
yeah.
God King
Dej
song.
Loaf is track 2.
Yeah,
The Dej
God
Loaf version is
King.
track 2. Yeah.
Nigga, I used to get in the car and listen to that song every day.
It's a classic.
As soon as I got in the car.
That's a classic album.
Nigga, I know. That's
a
what I'm
classic
telling
album.
you. I listen to that shit every single day when I got in the car, bro.
So good. Yeah, some of the bars on that album, just some of the shit he was saying, like,
Man, shit different.
it's different. Conway's, in my opinion, like when it comes to just like lines that you're just like I just feel it in my heart.
Different, bro. That nigga's different.
Like Tupac had that, like Conway's got that, where you're just like, fuck, like I got goosebumps because I felt you on that shit.
No
like,
bullshit.
man,
That nigga different, bro. I love that nigga.
he's
for real.
different for real,
And
man.
I told him that I give him his flowers. I'm gonna get any real nigga his flowers. I got to. You feel
No,
me?
I thought it was dope. You had both of them on it. Obviously, Gunna's on the project. It's looking like he's
I
probably
got Slime
coming
on the
home soon.
Yeah, free Gunna, free Slime, man. Free my twin, and I can't wait.
We got to stop the interview, tell you about our partners at Odd Socks. Well, first of all, let's check out the brand new collab. Look at these, the Bootleg Kev sock. You see my pink ass face on those fucking socks? Nobody wants to buy those. We're going to figure out a way to give them away, though. But look, Odd Socks are the most comfortable socks in the world. And the best thing about Odd Socks is they're our family, man. I've been rocking with these guys for about 10 years now, and I will not wear anything else on my feet. Like, I swear to God, I'm about to take my shoe off. I'm about to take, look, what is this? Smells great too. That's an Odd Sock right there. That's an Odd Sock basic. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with Odd Socks. You should too. They got the crazy licenses. We're talking about Nickelodeon. Shout out to Patrick. Motherfucking Cheez-Its. Baywatch. How about macaroni underwear? Look at these boys right here. Let's just crack these motherfuckers open real quick. What do we got in here? Come on, man. Yeah, a little Pop-Tart underwear. You know what I mean? Yeah. These are the Odd Socks basics. All right. So if you go to the website right now, order you some underwear, order you some socks, use the promo code BootlegKev. That's one word altogether, BootlegKev, and you will save 20% off at checkout. Go to oddsocksofficial.com. One more time, that's oddsocksofficial.com, promo code BootlegKev, and you will save 20% off your order. Of course, we're presented by Odd Socks, and we are proud to say so. All right, let's get back to the interview. Yeah, I think, I mean, man, obviously one of the craziest things that happened in a long time with the rap lyric shit. California just passed the law that
That's great.
they can't use it.
That's great.
Yeah. Is that something that, like, at this point in time in your career, you think about what you say on records? Because it could be misperceived?
I don't even think about how people misperceive me or I'm here for what I'm here for. I feel like God put me here to do what I'm meant to do in life. And I don't think about it, bro. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be myself. And at the end of the day, all I ever did was try to help people. So it is what it is. I don't even think too much about it. I promise.
Talk to, like, Thug's character, because everybody I know just says he's just the greatest guy. He's the most generous guy.
Nigga, the most solid nigga. Nigga, one of the most solid niggas you going to ever meet in life. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like, he just so smart. I heard that nigga, like, people would think, like, this was one of the things that really stood out to me about Thug. Like, not fuck the fact that he a genuine nigga. Everybody that know Thug know that. Everybody that know Thug know he care about everybody around him. Just how smart he is musically and how he try to help other people. That nigga told me, he said, nigga think like, oh, what I'm doing, yo, this nigga tripping. He on some weird shit. But who the fuck gonna be the Rick James of this generation?
We don't
when
have
he
one.
said that,
Yeah.
I said, damn, Slime, that's you. That nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Or the
doing
Prince.
being
Or the-
free, the Prince. He said both of them. He said Prince and Rick James of this
Even
generation.
like, who's the Andre
Being
3000
free,
of this?
Or really being
Yeah.
that nigga though.
Yeah.
Got all the bitches. A gangster. You feel what I'm saying? A nigga that's don't, by gangster, what I mean is stand on 10 and stand on what you believe in. And empower the people around you and be 100% completely yourself no matter what nobody say. And ain't nobody gonna ever walk up to Thug and say, I don't like how you did this. No.
I mean,
He's a nigga gonna stand on all 10. You feel what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is when he said that, bro, it threw me out. It gave me a whole nother different like outlook on him. Like, nah, this nigga,
he right.
is a different nigga. He's serious. This the type of nigga that's like gonna change generations. You feel what I'm saying? And Slime just a genuine nigga. And every song I got with him, he told me to get on. I promise. The song I put out on Swervo, the shit we got on the album, other shit. I ain't never sent Thug a record ever. He always like, jump on this. You can have it. He told you can have this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ain't nobody never did no shit like that.
We had Snapdog on the show, and he was like, "Yo, I've been hanging out with Thug the last couple of years, and he noticed I would need glasses or I'd squint."
Yeah. No, I was with him when he did that. When we
was
was all together in the studio.
Yeah.
Me, Snap, Thug.
He was like, "Yo,
Snap went and got his ass surgery the next day. Thug paid for his ass surgery.
Thug was like, "Yo, that's
He
crazy.
Go, you feel what I'm saying?
That's so crazy."
We was together. We was in the studio together. That was around the same time we did Breathe Slow. That's on the album.
How crazy is that, though?
He sent Snap to go get his ass surgery because he saw him squinting. That's a great nigga, bro. It's not no niggas.
Nobody's doing
like
that.
Who the fuck finna see you squint and say, man, you good? You need nigga paid for his ass surgery, bro. I swear to God, we was in the studio. We was all together. Me and Snap did a song that day, and me and Thug did a song that day. And the next morning, Snap went and got his ass surgery. Nigga, I was there.
And Thug covered it.
I was there.
That shit's so crazy. And I'm just like, that's some high character shit.
A nigga solid, bro.
That dude's not signed to him. You know what I mean? He's just around.
A nigga,
Yeah.
What you need, you good. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's real, bro. That's a real nigga, bro. You feel me? Like, even watching the Untrapped shit with Baby, that shit ain't no game, bro. That nigga get him whatever he want. He gave Baby whatever the fuck he wanted to go rap. You feel me? That's just being a good-hearted nigga. You feel what I'm saying? If you able to do it, it ain't hurting him. You think that shit don't hurt Thug to go give a nigga this or give a nigga some shine? You feel what I'm saying? It don't. You know, and I feel like as a people, that's why we supposed to be even more adamant and advocate about making sure that man and his kids is protected by all costs, whatever it is. You feel what I'm saying? His
100%.
kids, whatever, why he going through what he
whatever
going
happens,
through,
happens. But
whatever
making sure his
making
people
sure
are
he
straight.
good and straight by any means. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I talk to like Dolly, his sister, and shit like that. Yeah, whatever, Slime, he good. You feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. But at the end of the day, and I understand that they not gonna let nobody really in for real. You feel what I'm saying? Because
of course.
So all you gotta
They're
do is
dealing with a
really
serious
just
situation.
yeah, you just gotta really pray that he overcome that shit and just embrace it. Whatever by any means, anything that anybody ever called me on behalf of Thug, Gunna, or any nigga I fuck with, I promise you, I'm hands on immediately. You could call me and whatever, I'm gonna make a way to do it. Because I understand it. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever, any nigga I fuck with, whether it's somebody this big or this big, I promise if it's anything I could do to help, I'm gonna do it.
You mentioned the Lil Baby documentary. Would you ever let someone kind of tell your story that way?
Yeah, I would. Hell yeah.
You know,
I already want to do some shit like that.
Well, you know what I was thinking was like we think of 50 and like kind of how he's had power and he's had BMF and like, I mean, obviously Showtime has a Chirac show, but I feel like somebody in your position, Dirk's position, somebody like that should like take it upon themselves
To do it themselves.
to tell that story via, because you know what's going to happen is in like 5 years or 10 years,
Somebody else gonna try to
one day we're going to wake up and on Netflix there's going to be a fucking show that's based, or it's going to be like The Wire of Chicago. And it's going to be someone else taking advantage
we
of
already
the
on it. We ain't
situation.
letting nobody take advantage of our story. We not
But
letting
someone's
going
going to try to do it, dude.
Nobody gonna tell our narrative because we already own it. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be we already own it. You feel me? Nobody
think-
gonna be able to tell my story for me.
I don't even mean yours. I just mean like
anybody.
the city of
story-
Chicago.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's why unity is so important, because at the end of the day, you got to think about it. Like, I could tell stories about Sosa from my own perspective, my own point of view. Dirk could tell stories about me. I could tell stories about Dirk.
Right.
I could tell stories about Polo. He could tell stories. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to come together and just build the crib that way. Just build the crib together, unity. Why would we let anybody else, or why would we do it separately when at the end of the day, this shit could, alone, this little shit that we just coming together for 2-3 months could feed 100 families. Some shit we just putting together and like that together though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
together.
saying?
That's
So
important.
Unity is what I'm preaching. That's the most important shit.
That's big from a city that is known to not have a lot of that, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. What is for you you just mentioned all those artists. Shout out to Polo G. Shout out to Dirk. Would you guys ever do like a fucking crazy tour?
I would love it. We've been all like people already got it in their head. I'm sure every last person that I named didn't thought about it. You feel what I'm saying? But we just got to put it into perspective. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, and you know something that I learned. Like I was preaching that when I was a kid, like in the streets. Like ain't no big ass or little U's. I always remember that. Ain't no big ass or little U's. You got to remember that. No big ass or little U's. You feel what I'm saying? It's like we all equal. I don't look at myself above nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Money
That's deep.
don't make me bigger than you. Money don't make you bigger than me. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we all have things that we could learn from, you know what I'm saying, within each other. You feel me? So once you look at life like that, no big ass or little U's, it'll make you like, all right, bet we could put shit together.
Have you taken it upon yourself at all to be a big homie to any of the young artists coming up? And because I mean, I'm sure that there's artists that you've seen making mistakes that maybe you've made in the past.
Yeah, I don't mind like talking about like my mistakes that I made or like, you know what I'm saying, shit that I've been through that I could try to help other artists, you know what I'm saying, come from under. And I feel like my position in this shit is really just trying to just light another candle. Like if I could do anything to just make your shit bigger, if I could give you a verse, a look, or anything, pop out on the show.
Yeah, you're definitely
bring
bro.
you out. I'm gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying? It don't make me never mad.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't even gotta know you personally. I could just know somebody that manage you. I could know your cousin. And I fuck with you.
I see you. I see you popping up on albums though. Like I loved when I saw you on Mozzie's album. Like there's certain like shit where I'm just like,
Mozzie, my brother. You feel what I'm
Mozzie's
saying?
incredible.
People don't know that. I'ma always
Free Mozzie.
tilt my help to Mozzie. You feel what I'm saying? Free bro. That's
Mozzie.
my brother.
Yeah.
You feel me? I always had love for Mozzie since the beginning. Nigga,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
done spent weeks in Sacramento when niggas just telling me like, yeah, this nigga named Mozzie. This is like 2013.
Right.
2014. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
before all of this shit, before I was even this big. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so Mozzie, that's my brother. I'ma always show love to any nigga that I can, no matter who it is, bro. I got ties with niggas from this city, that city, this city, because I just did solid shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't even use it. I probably might get to a nigga city, don't even call and be like, all right, what's up, let's link, because I'm thinking about so much shit. I got so much going on. I don't even get a chance to really tap in, but I'm already tapped in because I did some solid shit. You feel me?
the new album officially.
Survival's Remorse.
Go run that shit up.
Yes,
Is there
sir.
what else is on the way for you? More
Oh, man, yes. Survival's Remorse 10-7, man. B-side 10-10. I'm excited for everything. New artists on the way. And people don't really know how I say it. Like, me and Sizzle already been working on Big Swerve while we working on Survival's Remorse. So
Oh,
Big
wow.
Swerve coming. I'm in mode, bro. I'm not letting up. I ain't gonna lie. How I'm feeling right now, I'm not really taking the foot off the gas right now.
What is your like label situation? Are you kind of like
I'm still independent.
I was about to say you're independent. For people who don't
Machine Entertainment, Republic.
I was gonna say for people who don't know, you're independent.
Yeah, I'm
as fuck.
independent. Fully.
Yeah,
Independent.
A lot of
you know
people.
what I'm
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Yeah,
because you do a lot of shit that people are like, yo, he's got to be.
Nah, I'm independent, man. You know, we done built this shit from the ground up, and that's the importance of it. I did all the hard shit, bro. I
Yeah.
ain't take no shortcuts, bro. I ain't got no big looks or nothing. This album right now, while I'm already big, G Herbo, outside. Nigga, I've been outside for 2 years.
Right.
I was on the phone with Sizzle. Ever since my little brother died January 28th, 2021, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Greg died in 21.
Last year?
January 28th. So from there until now, I've been outside thugging. I just been outside just doing me. And I feel like that's what's building that. But guess what? That's trauma that I've been dealing with. I ain't go outside to become, I need to turn my shit up. Nigga, I was outside to just feel
to
good.
try to feel
Just to
kind of
and just try to get over the shit that I
Get
was
over the
dealing with,
grief.
bro. I lost my little brother, and that nigga was everything to me. You feel what I'm saying? So to be able to like be where I am now and be independent and everything just makes sense for me because I bet on myself. No matter what I'm going through, the hardest, toughest shit, what I'm trying to say is I ain't take no shortcuts. I ain't take no easy roads or none of this shit, nigga. I built this shit from the ground up.
fan by fan.
Fan by fan, nigga. I
Yep.
built this shit from the ground up. And I don't even pop it like that. I don't even pop my shit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Niggas ain't done what I done. I ain't had no big looks. I ain't had no major label push. I ain't had nothing. Every partnership I built, every relationship I built, every feature I got, every song I did, every tour I did, nigga, I did the roughest, toughest, nigga, I built this shit from the ground up, and can't nobody take that from me. So I deserve everything that's coming to me.
Do you feel like somebody who's taken that path, that is extremely the hard path, the long way, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like when you see like artists talking about they're blackballed, do you feel like that's a real thing?
I feel like it is a real thing, but it's not. You feel me? I feel like when artists say they blackball, it's about accountability. Nigga, you blackballed yourself at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? It's about certain things you done or certain things you may have said or ways you may have done it, but at the end of the day, you're not wrong for that.
Right.
You're not wrong for being yourself. This is an industry full of reasons why niggas can't be themselves.
Right.
It's a fake ass industry. It's a bullshit industry. It's an industry full of niggas that's afraid to be themselves. So at the end of the day, when you feel like you blackballed, you may be, but at the end of the day, nigga, even if you are, I promise you it's always light at the end of the tunnel. Real niggas gonna always win. So if you're a real nigga, just be yourself and do the next best thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like blackballing, it is real, it's true. But at the end of the day,
but they can only blackball you so much.
So much.
Because the internet's still there.
Yeah, the internet is so when you try to build and bet on yourself and do the next best thing, you feel what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's why I don't believe in the blackball, because the internet is so powerful.
It's so powerful. And if
the internet can't blackball you. Yeah. If they fuck with you, if the industry blackball you and the internet fuck with you, you gonna still win.
NBA Youngboy.
That's why Youngboy still winning.
NBA Youngboy.
Period. You feel me? People gotta fuck with you.
NBA Youngboy is the most anti-industry
That's
motherfucker.
the most anti-industry nigga ever. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta give a nigga they credit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I saw.
That's what I mean.
Did you see what Russ just said?
No, I didn't.
Russ pretty much was like, it's not, as long as the internet is alive and you have fans.
You have fans. You gonna win.
You can't be blackballed.
Yeah. It's impossible, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So
people have to, like you said, people have to take accountability.
You gotta take accountability and just say, all right, bet I fucked up.
Look in the mirror.
I did this.
Look in the mirror
and say, all right, bet. Let me build. Even if you don't apologize on the internet, let me just think about myself right now.
100%.
And just build this shit back up organically from the mud. Because if you a hustler or a street nigga, you know you gonna go down to zero, get yourself back up. You gotta understand that's the name of the game. Don't take this shit personal, nigga. When you take a loss, don't blame the labels. Don't blame nobody.
Look in the mirror.
Nigga, look in the mirror and say, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Let me get this shit right. Point blank, period. And that just is what it is.
It's that humility is missing, man.
It is what it is.
Yep. Accountability and humility. Two traits every grown man should have.
And I know that, and I understand that because I built this shit from the ground.
Yeah.
And niggas was over here betting on that. They like, I'm betting on this.
Yeah.
And then when that shit ain't work, now nigga back betting on me. But you wasn't betting on me then. I was betting on myself. So you could never blackball me. I could never take it personal. I'm not gonna look at you like, oh, you a fuck nigga. You was fucking with him 2 years ago. Now you fuck with me. I bet. Appreciate you for fucking with me.
Yeah.
I fuck with you too.
Yep.
That's where I'm at.
That's
I don't care about none of this shit, bro. I don't take that shit personal, bro.
Well, listen, the album is out. By the time this drops, the album will be out or it'll be coming out the next day.
Man, A side, B side.
Listen, man, I'm super proud of you. You're killing it.
Appreciate it.
I cannot wait to hear this album.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, it's like the aura and just like how I'm feeling right now. It just make me like, it make me think about shit different. I'm gonna pop it different. I'm gonna be humble different. I'm gonna be cocky different. Like everything is, I feel like it's just a next level for me in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful to be
You're leveling up on all levels.
I'm just grateful
Career-wise, mentality-wise.
Yeah.
Now we just got to get you some mushrooms.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. I'm gonna fuck with it, man. I'm gonna fuck with it, bro.
Yeah. There it is, man. G Herbo.
Yeah.
Fire.